It's Edward. It's Wednesday, May 6th, 3:39 p.m. Today I want to kind of talk about an overview of what actually goes into a permit set for a permit submission for a construction set. So essentially for a residential set. So what we want to start out is with I'm going to go through all the pages. So like a cover sheet, a site plan, floor plans, elevations, sections, and details. So kind of starting out with a cover sheet. Most of the time, or from my experience, the cover sheet will be the elevations if we're submitting to the city for approval for the permit set. So kind of talking on that kind of scope. So submitting to the city for approval for construction, we're going to have elevations first, the first page. Then we're going to have the site plan. Then we're going to have the floor plans. So floor plans consist of foundation plan, one, and then we have first floor or ground floor. Then we have three second floor, or depending on what project this is, continuing on to the next floor, and then ending on with the roof or like the ridge of the plan. And then we have sectionals, so cross sections, so cross section AA or cross section BB, kind of going through what the program utilizes, and then the details. The details should be including all the kind of the foundation details, the wall details, so the typical details that need to be included in the construction set, as well as like stair details if there's like a second floor or any stairs that lead to a certain floor or floor level, and also like once before you submit, you have to, depending on the project, you need like a structural engineer. So you need to coordinate with the structural engineer to kind of go over the plan and see if you need any kind of structural load calculations, and also submitting to the truss engineer so he could develop the trusses for the plan if it's like an addition plan or a remodel, essentially aimed towards kind of the roof, or like if you're adding a roof, so you need a truss engineer and stuff like that. But before you submit it to the city, you need like a structural engineer, as I said. So once he approves stamps and everything, and if there's any red lines, you can correct, like go through the checklist and essentially mark off, get everything finished up and done. And then once it's signed off by the structural engineer or whoever's stamping your drawing, essentially the structural engineer or a licensed architect, you can proceed submitting them to the city if it's kind of an architectural designer that's doing the plans. So it's like, as I'm not licensed or I'm not an engineer, but I'm designing the plan for the client. So I'm kind of the in between the client and the city. So I'm submitting the plans, and I'm kind of coordinating with the structural engineer and the truss engineer. So yeah, that's kind of a short overview of the permit set that needs to be, like, what needs to be included and what needs to be worked out. And yeah.